Hey, so just a little bit ago, my girlfriend got a protection order against this man who's been stalking her for quite some time, and
December 28th, 2017, Adams County, Colorado. What started as an ordinary winter morning would soon spiral into one of the region's most unsettling mysteries.
Within 3 hours, the family was calling in and reporting her missing. She was a 19-year-old teenager.
like I said, we were distressed.
The disappearance of a young woman sparked a frantic search and an intricate investigation that quickly drew national focus.
I'm so freaked out because, she's never done anything like this before.
Here's what we know according to the court documents. I want to be real clear about him. He'd been making some posts on Facebook that led the police to conduct that welfare check.
The Adams County Sheriff's Office is working a homicide investigation after someone found a dead body.
This is the story of Natalie Bollinger, a compassionate young woman whose life was defined by kindness and potential, until it was stolen in a tragedy that left behind more questions than answers.
Hey, so just a little bit ago, my girlfriend got a protection order against this man who's been stalking her for quite some time, and I came home and she's missing, and all of her stuff's here. I don't understand it. It's not like her. She's supposed to be waiting for me.
Hey, tell me, what's her name?
Natalie Bollinger. This man that we have the protection order against is Sean Schwartz. Threatening to come hunting for her and all this stuff.
Stay there. I have an officer on the way, okay?
The officers respond quickly to the 911 caller's apartment.
On your break?
I hit break at 9
a.m.?
9 and at 1:30, and we're texting. I could have swore we talked on the phone. Contact with her all day until the last test I got from her.
Does Natalie have any mental health issues? Okay, so she's sending a text message saying...
Officers call Natalie Bollinger's sister, Alicia.
Hi, is this Alicia?
Yeah.
Hi, my name's David Hyde. I'm a detective at the Broomfield Police Department. I know it hasn't been that long a time, but have you heard from your sister at all?
No, not at all.
Okay. Any thoughts on where she is?
Honestly, I'm really concerned about the person, Sean. I'm so freaked out because, she's never done anything like this before, and I think something's wrong here. So I'm gonna go look for her. I don't want to just sit at home and wait.
Natalie's mother took to Facebook to announce her daughter's disappearance since the previous day and implored the police to handle the case as an urgent matter. The investigation commenced as officers located Sean Schwartz, the individual Natalie's boyfriend had named, and brought him in for interrogation.
Hard to be a good person, and you know what? It happened, and I was... I don't know what days. I thought he was...
A subsequent call was received.
Hi, this is Gordon with a transfer for the possible giveaway of Riverdale Road and Posh Farm.
Following a 911 call, officers began investigating a homicide and located a body on Riverdale Road. Upon seeing the news report, Natalie's grandmother contacted the officers, who then requested identifying information from her.
Coroner confirms the body found last Friday is that of 19-year-old Natalie Bollinger.
In an effort to find clues in Natalie's murder, the officers held a press conference. Natalie Bollinger, born in 1998, was a vibrant, loyal person, full of dreams, whose presence brightened every room. News of her death, which the autopsy report confirmed was caused by a gunshot to the head, devastated her mother. She was known for helping others.
Still trying to follow up on any leads out there that's going to lead us to Natalie's killer. We don't have anybody who was either with her through social media or through text or in person or on the telephone.
After others began to accuse him of being responsible for Natalie's passing, Sean expressed his anger on social media.
Admit the truth and take the punishment. Is that what you want? You want to pretend like I'm some monster? You would die. This stuff needs to die.
Tim Beeson, a friend of Natalie, stated that Sean is the only person they think killed her, and this happened soon after she was granted a protection order. The officers were concerned by Sean's social media posts. Consequently, they conducted a welfare check and transported him for a psychiatric evaluation.
Here's what we know according to the court documents. I want to be real clear about him. He'd been making some posts on Facebook that led the police to conduct that welfare check. Police ultimately took him to the hospital, and that's where they alleged that he became combative and violent. And now Sean Schwartz is facing assault.
Following a comprehensive review of the case, a court order was issued mandating Sean's immediate release from custody on the conclusion that his continued detention lacks legal justification. Sean was eliminated from the suspect list after officers could not find his involvement in Natalie's death.
I've been instructed not to speak to y'all, but I got a few more fingers for you.
Well, do you know what happened to her?
No. You know who does?
Tell me.
How would I know? What happened to Natalie? What do you guys know? All I know is from Facebook Messenger, and I hate Facebook.
What did Facebook Messenger say?
It doesn't matter. You need to...
The investigation garnered global media attention, leading to the formation of social media groups dedicated to solving the case. Police were back to square one, lacking any leads until a tip came in from the Arvada, Colorado Police Department.
There was a vehicle with a group of people known to one another. One of them ended up feeling disrespected, ended up shooting someone in the back of that vehicle, dumping them out. As the vehicle drove away, it was very clear from some of the witnesses that a very caring person in the vehicle in the shooting had stuck their head out and was looking back to see if this person was okay. And the description, we had shown pictures of Natalie. That was her. She was there.
Officers bring in both the witness, the driver, and his girlfriend for questioning.
What happened?
Markle admitted to authorities that he shot the man in the car and was immediately charged with assault with a deadly weapon. Although his girlfriend corroborated this account, both of them denied any knowledge of Natalie.
That was shot off of Riverdale. I want you to finally come clean with what you saw.
I don't know what you think you know, but I put that on my daughter's heartbeat. I don't know any girl that got shot. I don't know about any girl that got shot.
No. I don't know who that is. Bonnie, turn around. And she's been...
Is Ebony okay?
I don't know who that is.
She's alive as well.
She confirms that's where we need.
I was with when you saw Cameron.
How can I get a hold of Ebony? Call your mom?
Investigators reviewed Natalie's phone records on January 17, 2018, revealing an immediate cause for concern. A mysterious, unidentified number had exchanged 111 text messages with Natalie on the day she disappeared, followed abruptly by silence. While interviewing the couple, what investigators discovered a case of mistaken identity. Although Ebony resembled Natalie in both face and height, she was not connected to Natalie's death. This left investigators without any new leads. On the other hand, officers traced down the number. It led them to 22-year-old Joseph Lopez. Lopez, a pizza delivery driver, was called in for questioning because he had responded to a Craigslist ad that Natalie posted just hours before her death.
What all about is someone I was talking to over on Craigslist. I was just in there, looking for some pals. I'm thinking about it, not myself. My first thought was help hasn't been getting the help I need. I was having medication and I've tried myself a few times. And I had mental health because of it. And, being the type of person that I am, I to help someone else alive, stop. I just want to help. I was like, it's just not taking care of. Like, how do you want to do it? Where do you want to go and stuff? And I can't give her an answer. I was just so general because, I wasn't really thinking about it. We picked up, so I went to her and I picked her up and we went for a drive. And during that drive, I wanted to learn what was going on, what was going on with her life and why she was so depressed and sad and so quiet and timid, and I don't want to talk, kind of gives away what I'm actually was with them. Around for a little bit, like 2, 3 hours, I can't remember exactly, and just talked. Eventually, I think she either got fed up with me, 'cause I guess she was pretty serious about what was going on, and, there was nothing much more we could talk about. We went back in the direction where she was living, and she said, just drop me off here. And that's last time I saw her, really. So it turned out.
Cigarette?
I mean, ask her what, what, what,
Lopez informed the investigators that Natalie had inquired about the price of a gun, showing great interest in purchasing one.
How do you go about that's for the horror genre? My last I was, writing down a rough draft for something I wanted to experiment on, and I left it in class, I ended up.
Lopez's account shifted when questioned by the police. Initially, he asserted he had only driven Natalie around and then dropped her off. However, GPS evidence contradicted this, placing him directly at the location of her murder. Lopez's confession was contradicted by forensic evidence, which determined the gun had been fired from about 3 feet away.
The autopsy shows the gun is at least 3 feet away. So we know that didn't happen. But she didn't shoot herself. Did she give you the gun? When you guys were going down?
Let it out, bro.
Okay, get off your chest.
Get it out. Get it out.
She asked you to do it? Or what'd you say, man?
She was begging.
For you to do it?
Where's the gun? It's outside. Is it in your car? It's in my trunk.
Her purse and everything there, too?
Her bag's still there, yeah. Eventually, I just, I didn't want it to affect me anymore, so I decided just to forget about it.
Well, nobody saw this coming. Police did not arrest Sean Schwartz, that man who had the restraining order taken out on him. But they did arrest somebody else. And now they have charged that somebody else with the murder of Natalie Bollinger.
Natalie Bollinger's chilling Craigslist post, "I want to put a hit on myself," led to her death. Lopez, posing as a hitman, used Natalie's own gun to commit the murder. Natalie's death caused immense grief to her family, who were also tormented by unresolved questions. Her mother reflected that, despite her laughter, Natalie privately battled depression and other struggles that ultimately defined her final days. Joseph Lopez was charged with first-degree murder. Evidence, including text messages, phone records, and a confession from Lopez, was presented by detectives in court. To avoid a life sentence, Lopez accepted a plea deal, pleading guilty to second-degree murder, and was subsequently sentenced to 48 years in prison.
Her entire life ahead of her until that December day. Natalie was my daughter, my firstborn child, a twin, a sister, a granddaughter, a niece, and a friend. She was loved beyond measure. As her mother, I loved her first, before anyone saw her face, before Natalie was her name, before she was her own she. We were three. Here's my toe. Mr. Lopez fulfilled a fantasy he had cultivated for years when he carried out the murder of my daughter. The wounded, grieving hearts of this family will be carried for the rest of our lives. Even worse, I think, than my own sorrow is that of Natalie's twin sister, Alicia.
Since her passing, Natalie's story has become a catalyst for increased advocacy regarding mental health resources and online safety. Her family is dedicated to preserving her legacy by campaigning for these changes, with the hope that it will assist others facing crises in finding necessary support. Natalie Bollinger's life was characterized by a mix of struggle and promise. Her untimely death underscores the critical necessity for empathy, watchfulness, and engagement. As her loved ones and community continue their search for clarity, Natalie's narrative lives on, a powerful testament to the people she influenced and the wisdom she gained.